Hi and welcome. My name is MC5ive-0. I'm renowned from being within the jungle drum and bass fraternity and acid house. I have a statement to make, and it's been a while coming. I feel now is the right time to let my fans, who I have loved and respect for hear of the truth. There has been a lot of lies, speculation, controversy surrounding my name, and I feel it's time to put the record straight. The truth, as they say, will out. As a friend recently said, a rumor can make it around the world before the truth has even gotten out of bed. It's true. We all hear of these rumors, and it's only when the truth catches up we find out what really happened, and then we realize the damage the lies have caused to reputations and relationships has already been done. On the 29th of July 2012, I was arrested on a false allegation of rape. Before going any further, I need you all to know that these allegations were untrue and charges were never ever brought against me. I did, however, spend 7 months remand incarcerated in Belmarsh, as we know it, we call it Hellmarsh. I was housed with some of them, but it was most of the dangerous and notorious prisoners that this country has, from murderers, robbers, major drug cartels and terrorists and pedophiles. I was housed on the Lifers block on House Block 1. There were some cool people there, but also there were some really unsavory characters. I felt personally under constant threat amongst the 1,200 inmates within this facility. An allegation of rape is not taken lightly in these places. No way, in no Iron Curtain and no HMP is that gonna get any blight or any pass. The allegations made against me were proven to be unfounded in any way, and I say again, I was never charged with any offence, as I had done nothing wrong. The police and the authorities took their time investigating the allegations, but they finally got to the truth, and I was released without any charge. What really hurts though, I'll sit up and say this. What really hurts though, it's not the time that I spent in Belmarsh, although I can think of better ways to spend 7 months. What really hurts and what really stings, is that friends who I've grown up with, some of whom I've known since school, so-called childhood friend and others, I've worked with many years, some as far as back since 1988, actually believe the rumours. After knowing the type of person that I am, for all these years, they feel unable to step forward, unable to support me or those close to me throughout my nightmare ordeal. It appears the old saying that you only know your friends are. You only find out who your true friends are in times of need is far too true. At this present time and this moment, I'm getting on. I'm fine at the moment. I'm fine now. Not just at the moment, I'm fine. After all, what goes around comes around. It's karma. So it's all down to you. What was said about me is quite simply all lies. I've heard some of it. And it's outrageous and utterly ridiculous to think that someone such as myself would even carry out such heinous, hideous, deplorable, despicable act or even a crime such as this. I've heard some of it, as I said, it's just a lot of it was a lot of lies, great deal of it is lies. As a matter of fact, all of it is lies, perpetuated by deceitful, treacherous, wicked, bad mind, and really not sane people, very nasty, and with nothing better to do. The fact remains that the CPS made a decision not to offer any evidence against me after 3 Queen's Counsel, each with 25 years experience, all came to the conclusion that the accusations that were made against me were not credible. I have said it before and I will say it again. No charges were ever made. I was innocent of all or any accusation made against me. To all of the promoters, to all promoters who I have worked with over the many, many years, I'd like to say thank you. Really, thank you so much. Thank you for having me at all of the prestigious, fantastic events as far as way back as 1988 to this present day. And I certainly do look forward to working with you all in the future. Now, to all my fans and all of those who have supported me over the years, I'd like to say a big, massive thank you. And thank you again from the bottom, left, right, center, up, middle of my heart. I can guarantee you all, you will not find my name, my name 5ive-0, on any register, any sex offenders register. You can go and check out GCHQ, you can go to WikiLeaks, you can go to the NSA, you can do a CRB check on me, go to the Freedom of Information Act, or any register, sexual or any other register, and I assure you with my heart and my life, you will not find my name associated with any of those despicable, disgraceful, heinous, deplorable acts or crime. In my past, there's never ever been no violence with me. No guns, no burglary, no robberies, no shootings, no knives, no assaults, and certainly no rape. The rumors are just that. They're just rumors. I need to thank the Lord God Almighty for keeping faith and not forsaking me at my hour of need. I also need to thank my legal team, Clinton Davis Palace, Miss Valerie Sharbit, Heather Johnson, and Mr. Blaze Shervington. You have my eternal thanks in believing in me and fighting for me. To my mother, Mommy, I love you so much. You stood resolute the entire time, and her faith in me never wavering. Yeah, Mommy, I love you. To my sister, Tracy, and my nieces and nephews, I never doubted your faith in me. To my children, all 6 of them, at no time did their belief in me waver, and as a father, you make me truly proud. To my true friends, my real true friends, and I mean real true friends, and especially in these times, you better know who your true friends are. I certainly have found out who mine are. For those who stood steadfast by my side through the entire nightmare of an ordeal, you know who you are. I don't need to thank you. I don't feel the need to name it all here, but you already know you have my eternal thanks forevermore. And thank you so much for your love and support. It means such a great deal to me. As I said, it wasn't a nice experience for me at all. And to say things that I gained from it showed me about faith, belief. Being confident when all around you is in a panic, so to speak. Let me just say this, yeah? I already knew that I was coming out and I was coming home. I knew that in my heart. The simple reason is this: I don't lead or live a life of crime. Yeah, I'm a gallus and I love women. Of course I do. I love women and I love their company. I love being around women, but not enough to want to violate any woman. And I say it to you all, each and every one of you, there is not a woman on this planet you will find that could ever say, moi, 5-0, has ever lifted his hand to any woman, whether I hit them, struck them, slapped them, choked them, groped them, grabbed them. Never. There ain't a woman out there who could ever say that about me. Yeah, yes, I love women, but not enough to go and want to violate any woman, which I've never ever had, ever in my life. Just want to read about the court transcripts I have here, yeah? These are the court transcripts, yeah? On sworn affidavits, yeah? And because I'm in front of the camera, and I will say so now, yeah? I was supposed to attend court on the 28th of January 2013, but they brought it forward, unbeknownst to myself. I'll just give you a brief synopsis of what I have here. It says here, I was instructed to represent the defendant, Mr. 5-0, at a hearing for the Crown to offer no evidence. Mr. 5-0 had originally been charged with 1 count of rape, and the trial was fixed for the 28th of January 2013. During the course proceedings, I attended court and spoke to Mr. 5-0, who was produced from the cells of HMP Belmarsh. I explained to Mr. 5-0 what would happen during the course of the proceedings and that he would likely to be released today from court or failing from HMP Belmarsh. Mr. 5-0, which is myself, yeah, was delighted. Yeah, of course I was delighted. I was delighted at the fact that I should have never been charged or he had put their hand on me. But I was, Mr. 5-0 was delighted to be released, but remained frustrated, and I was well pissed off to even know that these people could even do that, and the person who actually brought the complaint forward. I was delighted, but I remained frustrated, having been charged in the first place, as well as being kept in custody since July, and that's it. Some of the rumours and the lies and the speculation that was being said about me surrounding my name. You honestly think someone such as myself, who has been doing this since 1988, is going to put or jeopardize what I've worked hard to build and sacrifice and relinquish for the sake of PUSSY? Are you mad? Are you crazy out there? As I've already said, I'm a gallus. I do love women. Some guys, they like shooting jobs. Some guys, they like shooting guns. Some guys, they like stabbing. Some men, they like drinking. Some men love gambling. Some men like, getting with a prostitute and all that. I love women. It's not a crime. As I said, I've never violated a woman in my life. Ever. Yeah? So those are the things that really hurt. Some of the things I've heard. Oh yeah, it was a 14 and 15-year-old. Are you crazy? Who? Me. Moi. Me? 14, 15-year-old. The only 14 or 15-year-old you could have ever seen me, 5ive-0, ever step with have either been my daughters when they were of that age, or my nieces when they were of those ages. They are now fully fledged adults, all in their 20s, going into their 30s. Yeah? Whenever I've ever stepped out anywhere, especially when I'm going out to perform and entertain, and you've ever seen me with a woman or women, they've all been mature adolescents, straight up women, straight up grown, fully fledged women. So all this about, oh, he's a 14-year-old, oh yeah, and he's, it's happened before. Oh yeah, I've had an allegation put against me before, yeah. And like with all allegations, the police, they come along and they questioned me. Yes, they did. And again, NFA. And the abbreviations for NFA means no further action. Why? Because making the complaint were contradictory and not credible. So however you determine contradictory or not credible, I view as, well, in the eyes of the law, not credible could range from a number of things. You may have a criminal past. You may be a compulsive liar. Or you're just straight up, just not credible or not good enough to give evidence. So therefore, the CPS are the ones who made and took the decision that I had nothing to answer to whatsoever. I'm not going to get into the legal ramifications of what's hanging in the balance at the moment, because that's just something personal and something that I'm dealing with at the moment. Okay, so there is still, how should we say, legal tender things still going on. And that really, the impact that it's had on my life, believe, in more ways than one, it has certainly been life-changing for me in a massive way. More than you could ever know. If there are any men out there that's ever had to endure the pain, the hurt, the anguish, even some separation too, and this thing does things to you for something that I've never ever committed a crime as such. Let me just say this: when I was a great deal younger, whenever I committed a crime or broke the law, and I was caught red-handed at doing what I was doing, or the evidence was overwhelming, or I knew that I was guilty of a crime, I've always stuck my hand up. I've never ran, I've never shirked, never jumped bail, never absconded from anything. I've been up front, straight up, man up. That's me. 5ive-0, man straight up. In 2008, I was given a custodial. And rightly so, because I committed a crime and I broke the law. And subsequently, I received a custodial. I pleaded because I knew I did wrong. I put my hand up, I said, Your Honor, yeah, I'm guilty. And I took my punishment like a man. Yeah, I didn't cry, I didn't winch, I didn't bitch. I just took my custodial, took my beating or my lashing, or took my punishment, and just kept my head up high as it is now. Took my punishment and just got on with it. Never complained at all. But when we're talking things such as this, a false allegation of rape, someone making those accusations, against you, it ain't nice. you know, for someone such as myself, my name, people are trying to taint it, tarnish it, blemish it, take my heart and trample all over it and think it's something funny. Well, it might be for those, the haters, the backbiters, the serpents, the jackals, the vampires, the vultures. Yeah? The devil worshippers, we call them. But, you know, even with all of your bad thoughts and your wicked deeds, it wasn't going to work because the Lord God Almighty prevailed in it. On the 25th of October, 2012, I resigned. Yeah, let's just say this. I resigned from Cool London, yeah? Let me say this, yeah? There ain't no firing and no sack. Are you nuts? Let's get a couple of things straight, yeah? I gave them 21 years of my life for free. Not fee, free. All right? I gave them 21 years of my life. And I resigned on that day. When I appeared on the 25th for my pleas and my D's, in that courthouse was my missus, my rock of fortitude, by me resolute all the way. My agent is Emma Jane Jennings. Also my bona fide sister, Sterling CityLink Braithwaite. And also there was another gentleman. Even Emma J's father appeared. A man I've only met once, spoken to, and he was there. He knows nothing about me, only what his daughter says to him about me. And he came all the way from way on the coast of Margate, Ramsgate, to come and support me. He knows nothing about me. He's supporting his daughter, and his daughter supporting me. And he came. There was also another gentleman there. I could only call this gentleman one of God's angels because I had never seen this gentleman in my life. And none of those who were there representing for me had ever seen this gentleman. None of us had. I had never seen this guy, ever. And he just said, just give him these things to read, which was the Psalms 27, 23, and the rest of the Psalms in the good book. But I have to point out this. There were two other persons there. Yeah. And these two other persons, yeah, when I saw them, I knew my fate was more or less kind of sealed in the sense of the scene that I'm from and what I represent and what I love. These two persons, when they appeared, they came not to show me support, not to even show or bring some love. These persons did they neither write me, or did they not even come to the Iron Curtain whilst I was on remand. They had 7 months in order to find out from me, from my own mouth, face to face, and they had every opportunity to do so. But they chose not to do so. They came with an agenda at that court on 25th of Yes, as I said, I'd like to thank you all, those who was there and supporting me and fighting for me. As I said about the impact that it's had on my life, and especially with my children, the way how some people have wanted to snub and shun my children through this whole episode, which I feel is grossly unfair and grossly wrong. But those who have been carrying out and conducting that type of behaviour, you need to actually within yourselves, because some of you don't even really truly like yourselves. Some of you don't even truly love yourselves. As for me, as I said, it was a very hurtful, detrimental journey for me. And as I said, going through the recovery period of this nightmare ordeal I had to endure. Let me just say this. There is not many a man who could actually endure what I had to go through. And the good Lord doesn't not give a man more than he can bear. And as someone said to me, they said, boy, 5-0, you know, this is your test. I mean, this is your challenge and your test. And my motto is this: whenever there's any test being sent out, my motto is this: the first test is test of self. And I sure had to do that. As I said, whilst I was incarcerated, there was times I was in segregation, 10 days, total, full metal jacket, just left with your thoughts, steel metal bed, riveted to the wall, steel table, chair, all riveted to the wall, 24 hours banged up in solitude. That alone could end up being so detrimental psychologically, and it could be so damaging. Only the Lord God Almighty knows how I come through that. Honestly, so I sit here and I've got a smile on my face, and I wonder how I actually come through that. But we'll see what it is as well. You see what it was, what it is as well. Imagine, I did not even go to trial because, as been pointed out, I've not committed any crime. And the reason why I'm speaking to the world about this is, you see me, moi, 5-0, I have nothing to hide. I've never hidden from anything, as I said earlier on. I've never ran from nothing, and I'm certainly no coward. Coward dies 1,000 deaths, a hero dies but once. And for those out there saying, oh, 5-0 is dead, he's not gonna work. Well, let me just say this: I would rather be a dead hero than be a living, live coward. Yeah? That is me. Because there's been many of those who's been running up their mouth and having their say, this and that. And deep down, you know that you're cowards. I know that you know that I know that you're cowards. Yeah? And I know that many of you could never endure or even step in my shoe and gone through what I had to go through and endure. Yeah? For those 7 months. And even so now, even being out here, as I said, not even going to trial. And I mean, coming home to feel like trial by media. Also, to know this as well, in a football, a sports analogy, imagine you play for a team, which is the Jungle Drum and Bass fraternity, which is my team. Imagine, in sports, if there's an incident or issue with a player, club, so to speak, usually the procedures are, we may just suspend the player pending inquiries, and we wait and see how it all pans out before they make a resolution, or they may just come to a resolution on how they're going to handle this. This would be the management of any football club. I can very well remember when Robin van Persie he got done for rape, and he actually drove and killed someone, and he was at Arsenal. I did see Wenger letting him go. They stayed with him, they stuck with him, and believed in him, and he delivered, and he repaid back his faith. Can't say the same about the Jungle Drum and Bass fraternity after doing this for almost close to 30 years, and to think that those are colleagues supposed to be my colleagues and teammates. And I couldn't go into battle with some of these, knowing that, do you know what I mean? I would be fighting on my own, and I felt as much as the time I was fighting on my own, and as well as the help of those who were supporting me. I'm gonna say this, yeah. Let my situation be a landmark for any other man who may find themselves in an uncompromising, precarious situation or position, because it isn't nice what you have to endure. There are men out there who have taken their own lives, hang themselves, slit their wrists, carbon monoxide poisoning through their cars, exhaust, because of some are guilty, or some of the guilt, and sometimes it's the shame of knowing that you haven't done anything, but the fact of your name being tainted and tarnished, and your reputation torn and ripped to shreds, and your heart being trampled all over. As I said, and I'll say it again to the world, I have nothing to apologize for or to, as I have not committed any crime, not violated any human being at no time. So, for those who don't care, that's cool, that's down on you. If you done business, that's it, innit? Just allow me, innit? But those who have been with me, as I said, I'll be here with people forever. Yeah? And those so-called friends who profess to be my friend, well, you know you ain't now, don't you? Because it's a choice you make. I didn't make the choice, you chose to make that choice. Which is all good and dandy. As I said, this is from my heart. You know, this is from my heart. This is not a scripted thing I'm speaking here. This is from my heart. This is my sentiments and how I feel. Of course it pissed me off. Who wouldn't be pissed off? Yeah? And it's very damaging. And it definitely does hurt. As I said, I'm overcoming, the hurt part, because what's giving me hope and faith is the fact of members of the general public, when they see me, some are aware of my plight of the time, and some who are not. And there are those who have known about it and shown me straight love, to know that they know that this man here, this human being here, moi, 5ive-0, straight up, not about none of that sort of stuff whatsoever. So as I said, speaking to the world here, because I have nothing to hide. I have no skeletons in my cupboard. Yes, I have been no angel, and yes, I've done things which I probably could have done better. But as I said, I have no regrets. Yeah, of nothing. I'm out of. If I could get that night back again, I certainly would have went out with the individual that night, had I known what would have presented itself later. But that's cool though. It really is. Because I feel good. I'm good inside. Yeah, I feel good. I feel exalted. Not exhausted. Exalted. And I do. I feel exalted. It feels like a massive anchor, a cloud over my head. It just seems like, it's dispersed. And I feel good for that. For those who are talking about, he's hiding, he's ducking, he's not coming out. Ask yourself this. Had any of yous gone through what I had to endure, do you think you'd be in any real state of mind, psychologically, emotionally, you know, even spiritually, to even come out. Why? I was in no hurry to come out. I've been out. You've seen me. People have seen me. As I said, I was released 24th of January 2013. And yes, you had seen me. I've been to events, and people have seen me. But I'm glad I had went, because I wanted to get a feel and a vibe to see how those within my own fraternity was going to deal with me and handle me. And to see how some of you tried to deal with me. There you go. Let's just say this. Each and other than Groove Rider and 5ive-0, yeah, big up man like Chalky White. Yeah, when it comes to MCs, yeah, other than GQ, Moose, and Chalky White, and Mad P from Top Buzz, each and every one of you, rest of you, met me in this business. I didn't meet you, you met me. So, what you need to do is play your position and don't get above your station, yeah? Because you started nothing in this business here. When it comes to pioneering this business here, all of those who come after people like me, you started nothing, you pioneered nothing. You just jumped on board while the ship was sailing. You came in as cabin members and then you turned crew members, yeah? So, I've been on this vessel from its launch, from the outset, yeah, from Acid House, yeah, Amnesia House, Biology, Sunrise Back to the Future, Energy, and all the fantastic great acid house events that took place in this country. Half of you wasn't even around. Many of you wasn't even born. As for myself, I've entertained almost nearly 5 generations of people doing this. And I still love it. I love doing what I do. I don't like what I do. I love what I do. Okay? Whenever I go about this, whatever I do, whether it be performing, entertaining, whether it be presenting, broadcasting, hosting, I don't ever do lackluster. I always put my all into all of it. Because why? I love what I do. And I'll continue to do so till the day I go to the grave. And when I do leave this place, I'm going to be leaving in peace and not pieces. Let me just say this also. I'm neither bitter. I have no vindictive feelings to nobody out there. And I certainly ain't got no malice against anybody. I dislike what some of you may have said and your comments and your opinions. I've disliked that. Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't? Of course I dislike your comments. But as I said, I hold no vindictive feelings. I carry no malice against nobody. And I don't wish no harm to any of you. Not one of you do I wish any harm to anybody. But things will come around in some shape, way or form to those who did snub, not try to, did snub and shun me. And those who still want to keep up this facade. Yeah, we want to keep up this facade, which for some people, they feel as though they have something on me or over me. You have nothing over me and nothing on me. So let's get that straight. This is going to be going live. This is part of the setup and Get Up TV. Yeah, so do look out for that in 2014 and beyond. High time that I truly did something for myself. Done things for other people. All these years, everybody, radio stations, events, they're this, they're that. And I've never given myself the opportunity to do something for one, I. So that is why I do this, do the setup and Get Up on Reaction Radio, 12 till 4, reality talk show, live phone-ins. And this is now the visual side, where I'm using this opportunity because out of every bad, there's some good that comes out of it. And there's been some great and wonderful and good things that's come out of my situation. Some good things really have come out of it. Really has shown me about what people are really truly like when the chips are down. Some of you people I wouldn't even cross water for. No, I wouldn't. I would have at one time, but I wouldn't do that with you. Some of you out there, some of you out there, you know I'm speaking about you, innit? You know I'm talking of you, innit? Yeah, but you can't stop me, no matter how you try. Yeah, look at all the bad deeds, the devil thoughts, the bad mind, all of you collectively still couldn't break me or break my spirit. You know why? Because I've got the Lord God Almighty in me. And it says in the good book, chapter 17, St. Luke's, it says, the kingdom of God is in every man. Yeah? It's just, man, have to know where it is, have to go about finding it, seek, and then you will find. I seek mine and found mine. And it just goes to show that in God I trust, and in man you boss. So there ain't no man worth trusting in other than our Most High, because he delivers. And let me just say this as well. The good Lord does not answer to bad prayers, yeah, to bad vibes, ill feelings, bad spirit, treachery or deceit. He doesn't answer to those things. You ask for the right things with your heart and your soul, and I mean full on, they will get answered. They will definitely get answered. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Look what happened. As I said, I've just been telling you and showing you about the nightmare ordeal that I had to endure. But as I said, no vindictive feelings, no bad mind to nobody, no malice, and no bitterness to no one. Honestly, from my heart, honestly, I mean that. I really haven't. If some of you had your opinions, had your views, and had your comments, if you want to say, yo, 5ive, boy, you know what, I did say something about, boy, you know, blood, I'm sorry, I'm cool. Hey, yo, what do you think I'm going to do? I will accept that, and me and those persons will be cool. Doesn't mean to say I will trust them again. That's what I mean, but we'll be cool. So, I'm gonna, as I say, I want to wrap this up, yeah. But this is something that needed to be said, and I truly wanted to get this out there. I need to get this out there to across the world who has the opportunity to see this. You can all make your own assessment and all your own evaluations of what's been said to you right at this minute. Let me just say this. Whenever you want to judge anybody, don't judge. When you're judging anybody, judge them by their intentions. You see me? I know, at one stage, in early times when, going through the ordeal, I was mad, I was pissed, I was vexed, I was fucked off. Of course I was. But you know what I've learned? Is not to get upset with people or situations. Because you know why? Because they both are useless and powerless without my reaction. Yeah, straight. If I don't react, what am I going to get mad about? Yeah, so I don't get upset with nobody, and I don't get pissed off with situations. It flies over my head. After what I had to go through and what I dealt with, there ain't nothing out here that can faze me. Not one thing. There's nothing out here that can faze me. Nothing. I've been through the real mill of this crazy ass ordeal. And for the record, persons involved is a 46-year-old woman who claims in her very own statement she was drunk. She took tramadol, cocodamol, magic mushrooms, LSD, cocaine, MDMA, 15 bottles of Bex, 1 bottle of wine. And her brother who was also a police officer, who was at the event. And this it wasn't even an incident because it was consensual, straight consensual. And this incident took place in 2011. Yeah, let me remind us, 2011. Yeah, myself and this person, consensually. Yeah, 2011. And they come and arrest me in 2012, nearly a year later. What kind of bollocks is that? But praise the Lord for the great British judiciary and the great institution of the police. Yes, some say it's corrupt, and sometimes giving institutionalized racist. It may just well be, but the British judiciary is so different. As I said, 3 CPS Queen's Counsel, CPS, with 25 years experience, said, nah, this is just on. This is just not on. And bearing in mind, they don't know who's involved. They don't know the persons. They just look at it based on what they've seen and the testimonies and the statements, and they're like, this is a joke. Whoever this defendant is, you best get him out of the situation or position where he is. And so forth. They brought it forward and released me with that charge. And if there are any men out there that may have suffered the same fate, or even going through a nightmare ordeal, such as myself, or you may have it hanging over your head, don't despair, especially if you know you haven't done anything wrong. Just do your prayers. You know what I'm saying? Just be good and stay loving. And things will pan out. And if you want to get in touch with me, you're quite welcome to get in touch with me via Twitter, or you can hit me up on my Facebook page, 5ive Jungle, F-I-V-E-S. If you want to send, I prefer if you send it as as I say, I've got nothing to hide. So it's not something that I want to put out for the general. Well, it's just for the general public consumption. Because as I said, I was here speaking truths and rights. As I say, I have nothing to hide. Quite honest with you, I'm easy with that. As I said, the more people see it, as I said, you can evaluate it and you can assess it all yourselves. And I would always love the Acid House Jungle Drum and Bass fraternity. I would always love that, and nothing is going to sidetrack me from it. My time may not be now. As I said, I've taken time out to chill out, to collect myself and collect about the surroundings and things that surrounds the controversy, the lies, and the speculation. As I said, this is now going to be, once I've finished this in front of the camera, as far as I'm concerned, this will be consigned to history. This is just an episode, a horrible, terrible episode that's happened within my life. And I certainly do not want no man out there having to suffer that fate. Women, any woman, those women who should make an allegation against me, you need help. I'm not going to slag you off. You'd like me to, but I'm not going to. You need help. And you have to know what you're doing with yourself, especially if some of you have daughters. Yeah, because the examples here are setting and showing to your girl children. Don't be surprised if they are on the streets at an early age, or God forbid on the game. So any woman out there, as I said, I love women. I'm not knocking no woman, I'm not bashing no woman. I've got mad crazy love for women. Because let me just show you this. Imagine, whilst I was there, all my letters that was written to me came from females. My defense team were female. When I come home, who welcomed me and greeted me? Women. When I first went out to the first event, when I came and was released without charge, I came out about 10 women. I was the only guy. I was the only man amongst these 10 women. If you should have seen the looks on people's faces when they see me walking into this London nightclub, 10 women around me. Yeah, women, not girls, women. Yeah, the looks on some of those faces, I knew who believed it, and I knew who believed and who didn't. The thing is as well, was the greatest thing for me out of the whole of this is this now. You can no longer fake it with me. You can't fraud it out with me. I will see you and feel you from so far, whether you are friend, foe, fake, or fraud. You can't disguise it no longer. Yeah, because you know why? Because I have a spirit. And your spirit is when that speaks to you, don't ever denounce it. Do not ever sway or even go against the grain of what's within you. If you feel something about somebody or something, chances are you're right. People might call it paranoia, but hey, never underestimate the power of paranoia. Yeah? So, I'm going to wrap this up here. This is something that I just needed to get out to one and all. To let the whole world know this. I've spoken the truth from the outset. I have not lied about anything. And if I had, I certainly would not be sitting in front of the camera delivering this message. Yeah? Not at all. As I already showed you earlier, transcripts, statement, and a sworn affidavit of the whole scenario. I'm not going to get into the demographics of what happened in court and all the rest of it, because I'm here now. So, I just want the whole world to know and hear this, and know and see this and listen to and hear. Some people listen, but don't hear. So, as I said, this is straight from my heart. Not playing, straight from my heart, straight up. Yes. Take the tarnish, the damage that is left. Yeah, it's tough for me to try to rebuild that. But I'm rebuilding is what I'm doing. Whenever anything's been demolished, there's always building. They say this: all big things start with small beginnings. I started with small beginnings to become massive in the feel of what I do. Having a platform and an assembly to address a worldwide audience. And I'm happy with that. But as I said, for those who are seeing this, I want to say nothing but unconditional love for all of those. I want to say big up, enough love. Stay loving, stay alive, stay blessed, yeah? And don't let anything get you down. It's hard, it's tough, but there is a light. Have faith. Stay loving, stay good. Always do good. Always stay loving, because that will conquer everything. Yeah? They say this, yeah, this is in Proverbs. Harsh words stirs up dissension, but love covers all wrongs. Right, just to let you know, this is a clarification and not an explanation. As you heard me say earlier on, and let me just say this, I'm not trying to exonerate myself from finding myself in an uncompromising position, and I can only blame myself for finding myself in that position. And as I said, it went down as consensual. And as I said, this is no explanation, it's a straight up clarification, as I don't have to explain to anybody about anything. What we're doing here, what I'm doing here, as a matter of fact, I'm clarifying. It's just to clear the air. So those with dirt and mist and fogs in their eyes, now you're seeing clearly through it. And as I said, I'm here in front of the camera speaking to the world, as I have nothing to hide at all, straight up and down. So therefore, as I said, I am not trying to exonerate myself from responsibility. I accept and take the fact I'm responsible and accountable for finding myself in that uncompromising position. So therefore, that's all I wanted to say. So that's me, yeah? That's me, 5-0. Laying it out to the world to let you know, nothing to hide, committed no crime, did nothing wrong whatsoever. Okay, so however you may want to take this and perceive it, that's certainly just down to one's self. So I'll leave that down to you all as individuals, and even if you want to do it as a collective, it's down on yourselves, how you feel about me and how you felt about the situation, which really wasn't a situation, because as you can see, I was cleared up any wrongdoing. So for all of those out there across the world, this is my message in my bottle, yeah, message in a bottle, so to speak, yeah. And I just want to say thanks, for those who are going to have the opportunity to view this clarification, yeah. Thank you so much. And as I said, for those who have been reaching out to me and fighting for me and staying resolute with me all the way, and those I consider walking through the fire, because it was a hell of a fire that I had to walk through, and those who walked with me, as you see, we came out unscathed, yeah, in a sense. Like Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego went into the fire, but what happened? We did not get burned. I didn't get burned or scorched, because it just goes to show there is something out there protecting all of us. Yeah, whether you want to accept it, that's down to the individual. It's oneself. So I'm gonna just leave it as that. Yeah. So as I said, this happens to be a clarification, and I want the whole world to know that all my skeletons are all out, and I've not committed any crime or violated anybody. So, as I said, I want to thank you for your time, and for those who supported me, and those who are stepping up and showing me straight love. Don't even itch when I'm simming, yeah? When they see me, they don't hitch. They're just like, oh, we say 5-0, big up, enough love, boom. And they're not even dealing with the issue. But those who've been, when they see me like, oh, I'm not sure. You're the ones that don't come near me. Because I already know, you already made your move. Yeah? From I see you hitch to even approach me, I know you're one of those that are down with the rumour mill. And with that, they always say forgiveness is the hardest thing. I'll forgive, but I won't forget. And as I said earlier, everybody has a comment, everybody has an opinion, and everybody has a view. That is what happens in a democracy, right? Which is cool. And as I said, this is now an episode that's closed and a chapter that's closed, and it's been consigned to history. Yeah? So as I say, if you can take something from what happened with me, from my experience, nightmare ordeal of an experience, if you can learn something from it or by it, be sure, do learn something by it. Okay? Do not leave yourself vulnerable. And no one in this world is infallible. No one. Everybody has their faults and everybody has their flaws. No one is picture perfect. And the person who was picture perfect was left to hang on the cross. So therefore, leave it as that. When I say this is the Setup and Get Up TV Chronicles, yeah? With presenter, broadcaster, host, performer, entertainer, artist, yeah? 5-0. In the fraternity of Jungle Drum and Bass, I'm renowned as the Godfather. Because you know why? I represent G-O-D. Simple as that, innit? And it's proven. Point taken. So, when I say I'm wrapping it up, I'm leaving it there, leaving it as that. As I said, clarification, no explanation. As I said, I accept all responsibility and accountability. Yeah? And I've accepted that and I've dealt with that. And as I said, there ain't no one to blame. I'm not blaming anyone. Yeah, it's just the way how things work. But I'm happy. I'm happy inside. I really am. I'm truly happy inside. And from what I had to endure and what I had to walk through, it weren't easy. Tough, rocky road. So with that said, I'm going to say big up, love up, bless up, 5-0 and out. And I'm here. Yeah? You and me and you, innit? In the words of the great Stevie Hyper D. So I'm out of here. Enough love. I'm out of here. 5-0. Mwah. Later. Thank you. Thank you.